Everyone has something that they want in life, but what makes a difference with successful people and non-successful people is motivation. It all comes down to how bad you want it. You can want anything. I want you to think right now, what do you want out of life? Got it? Now what would you do to get what you want? What are your goals? Would you do anything to attain that goal? Like for me personally, I want to be a football star. So right now I'm doing everything in my power to become a football star. The way I get through that is my motivation. You see, there's two kinds of motivation. There's intrinsic motivation that comes from inside you, and extrinsic motivation that comes from others, family, friends, coaches, whatever. You gotta motivate yourself. You gotta get through whatever you gotta get through to get to your goal. Everyone has a road. Everyone's road may be different. Yours can be more difficult than others, but the prize at the end may just be that much sweeter. You do what you gotta do to get where you want in life. Muhammad Ali, when asked about training for, really big fight, he said, I hated every single minute of my training. But I told myself throughout my training that would I rather train for nothing and be a loser, or work my hardest, get through this now and be a champion. That's my motto. You gotta put in the hard work to get the benefit. And the more hard work you put in, the more beneficial you'll be. So what I'm asking you is, what's your motivation and what would you do to accomplish your goal?
I think we have all been told we can't do something, and I'd be lying if I said I've never listened to people when they tell me I'm not good enough for something. But I try my best to ignore others' opinions now. I think any future you want for yourself is possible. It's easy to get unmotivated once you realize how expensive college is or how many years you'll be in school for the career you want, and so on. But I feel like people just look at that stuff alone and they don't see how the hard work will pay off eventually. There's always a way around the obstacles in your life, so try to get a new perspective. Don't have enough money to pay for tuition, work your butt off to get scholarships and look into financial aid. Don't want to be in school for a long time, go full-time and take summer classes to get done early. You always have options, but you can't just give up. The career of your dreams isn't going to be handed to you. The simple truth is you have to fight for what you want. I get lazy like everyone else, I'm not going to lie, but I think it's time for me and everyone else to start caring more about the future. In Avenue Scholars and just school in general, we are given teachers who want to help, so why not take advantage of that? Work hard and show them that you care too. In the end, teachers can try hard to help you, but you have to want it for yourself.
A famous poet once said, if you can't see anything beautiful about yourself, get a better mirror. Look a little closer, stare a little longer, because there's something inside of you that makes you keep trying despite everybody who told you to quit. Because no matter where you go or what you do, there's always going to be people trying to tear you down. People will always give you their opinion when it isn't needed. They'll make you doubt your thoughts, your dreams, and even your own quality of your work. But in the end, the only person that's going to have to answer for your actions is you. You will have to live with the aftermath of your choices. And you can't change how other people view you. You can't let them get to you. So if somebody's trying to bring you down and they won't let up, you need to do everything you can possibly do to keep true to yourself. Just step away from that person, and in the end, they'll be the one to fall. Over the weekend, I got a text from my younger cousin telling me for the past 4 months she's been cutting herself. She doesn't know what to do, and she doesn't know where to start to get help. So she came to me. She's only 11, and she already has no feeling of self-worth. It starts at a young age. People tell you that you're just not good enough, you're not pretty enough, judging people based on their looks and not on their personality. But in the end, you are you, and nobody can change that. One day you're going to figure out that sometimes you're just not going to be good enough for some people, but what you have to decide is that your problem or theirs.
Every day I wake up and think about Michael Jordan saying this quote. If you try to achieve a goal, there will be blocks. I've had them, everyone has had them, but obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out a way to climb it, go through it, or work around it. What's your motivation? My motivation is my father, who passed away when I was 2. I come to find out my father played basketball too. and he couldn't achieve his goal because his life was cut short. So I work hard and motivate myself to achieve his goal for him. But I'm not just doing it for him, I'm doing it for myself. Whatever you do it because you want to do it.
Everyone has a past, whether you have a childhood that you want to keep forever, or you have a childhood that you would rather leave in the past. No matter how we were raised, it defines who we are and who we will continue to be. Crystal was in 4th grade. As she stood over her mom's passed out body, drinking so much, she was wondering where her daddy was and why he wasn't there to help her and her mom. So she didn't have to help her mom walk to bed. Crystal wondered if this would be who she would become. Our past can either motivate us to be who our parents were or weren't. You can follow in your past footsteps, or you can grow to be so much more. I wake up every morning, look in the mirror, and tell myself, I am not what has happened to me, I am what I choose to become. Life is going to pass you right by. You blink and open your eyes, and all of a sudden you're in high school, and high school's almost over, and you don't know what you're doing with your life. One day you're 17, and you're planning for someday, and then quietly, without ever really noticing, someday is today, and then someday is yesterday, and this is your life. Don't let yourself become your past. Be greater, achieve more, be who you never thought you'd be. Simply be more.
Okay, so think about your life. I want you to close your eyes and think about where you've been. How hard was it? I don't want you to think about just the good things. I want you to think about everything you've been through, good, bad. Have you lost a loved one? Have you lost someone who's been a big influence in your life? Have you not done a homework assignment and it totally ruined your whole high school career? Like, I know where you've been. However, there's one thing that is different. Everyone has their own car and their own road. Everything you've been through is just a pothole. You might have a different road than I do, like pavement, gravel, dirt. It might be a combination of everything. There's some things that you can do to get around that, and obviously the potholes are hard on your suspension, just like a regular car. And you just need to keep driving. You need to keep driving. Everyone has their own car, and everyone's car is 4-wheel drive. You just need to know that that 4-wheel drive is there. Just keep going.
Ralston, Omaha South, Benson, Omaha North, Bryan, and Northwest. Close your eyes for a second. Take a few breaths and relax. Picture yourself 2 years from now. What do you see? College, an internship, maybe a small apartment. All right. What about 10 years from now? A career, the start of your family, your dreams are coming true. We all know that the path there wasn't going to be easy. Don't give up, not even on yourself. Let me ask you guys something. Do you stop believing the sun when the moon is out? How about when the clouds are covering it? No, you don't. So why stop believing you can do it? There is always something in the way. Don't give up. There's no easy way to walk to freedom anywhere, and many of us will have to pass through the valley of the shadow of dark again and again before we reach our mountaintop of our desires. Don't be anything less than what you are.
Success is only given to those who fight for it. Everyone can achieve success as long as they try. Everyone wants success, but few actually fight for it. It boils down to laziness. If you procrastinate your goals in life, if you procrastinate doing your homework or such things like that, then you can't advance. You can't get on the right path of your life. So, what you really need to try to do is that you just have to fight. You have to get up, you have to make yourself do all these things so you can actually get what you want in life. The only thing holding you back is yourself. There are no limitations. You can do anything as long as you try as hard as you possibly can.
Fully committed, 2 Chronicles 16:9. That's the verse my father pounded into every fiber of my being since I was 5 years old. I was fully committed. In everything I did. Sports, school, church, family, whatever I did, I was fully committed until April 2nd, 2012 at 2 a.m. That was the moment of my life that my father had died. Without my father, I had no motivation. I had no goal. He was my goal. He was my entire life. I wanted to be like him. After he died, I quit playing sports. My grades dropped. My whole life just felt like it was crumbling down. Then, at the beginning of junior year, I started Avenue Scholars. This one program made me feel alive again. It made my life 10 times better than it ever would have been. They gave me a goal. They gave me something to work towards, something tangible that I could reach. They gave me an environment that helped me. Teachers, everybody, personnel that helped me do everything I needed. They gave me a place that had this weird sort of mix of easygoing but always serious, and it's very unique. It's very unique. Avenue Scholars revived me and put the resources, preparation into making me an individual that will be going to college. Just those little things the members of this program are doing and will continue to do are making us into the men and women we all want to be. Avenue Scholars is making our dreams reality. All they ask of us is our dedication to our education. So I ask you to be fully committed to yourself and your education, because you make the choices that no one else can make.
Okay, let me start off by asking you to remember your childhood. Think about what you wanted to be when you were younger, whether it would have been like a princess, a doctor, a firefighter, or a dragon slayer, for that matter. Remember the determination and the ambitions that you had, and the twinkle of your eye that you had whenever you would see the fire truck or the Disney princesses on the floats and stuff. Now let me ask you this, whatever happened to those ambitions? Did they just disappear, or did they get bigger, or what? No, they transformed, they expanded, and they grew along with your experience of life and how you perceived everything. As you matured and developed into a young adult, you realized many things weren't rainbows, candies, and fairy tales. You concluded that there were countless obstacles and difficulties lying in the way. That's why today I'm here to push you to thrive and to strive. And here and now, today's society, to prosper in the world, and to succeed in this life. There were a few quotes I found to be very inspiring and perfect for my point, which one of them was, I saw as a teacher now, if you take that spark of learning that those children have and you ignite it, you can take a child from any background to a lifetime of creativity and accomplishment. The man who had said this quote was Paul Whetstone. He was an American academic and politician whose words rang true when spoken. Accomplishment by far can be one of the most unbelievable, marvelous, incredible feelings you can possibly feel, no matter what the accomplishment, if it was big or small, important or minor. Along with accomplishment comes obstacles and hurdles and hardships. I understand because I can relate somewhat, because it's been hard taking care of 2 sick parents and living at home and having to take care of family issues. And the worst part probably out of all of it would probably hands down be the cancer that my mom had gone through. And I don't know, I pushed through it as hard as I possibly could. I know I haven't done my best, and I can admit that now. And I'm here to correct my mistakes, and I'm pushing through high school, getting my degrees, and going to college soon. And but through all of it, I repeatedly attempted not to let it cloud my judgment. I won't lie, there were days where I unconsciously gave up, didn't care, didn't try, but over everything, I couldn't wait to finally reach the day where all my hard work paid off, where everything I had worked so very hard for was satisfying and worthwhile in every aspect, but that's just my story. A very wise and insightful man named Booker T. Washington had once said, and I quote, "Success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome." And on that note, I would like to say, write your story. Anything is possible. You just need to want it. Everything will fall into place. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, it may not even be a month from now, but a little while and a little bit of determination and ambitions can go a long way.
Fellow students of Avenue Scholars, many of us love this program. The fact that these people care about us and want a successful life for us is beyond amazing. But not all of us want this. Many of you either want go to university for 4 years or not attend college at all. This is totally up to you, but you know you want to make it good and have a good life for you for the future. But you're not going to get this if you don't try. You need to set goals. Now, I knew somebody in Avenue Scholars, and they thought they can do it better by not taking advantage of this program. And turns out that she moves in with a different person every month for rent, and she now dances for money just to pay for that rent. And it's hard for her because she didn't think that she would be there. And a lot of you are saying, oh, I'm not going to end up dancing for money, but neither did she. All I'm saying is that if you're not going to take advantage of this program, then you need to set goals and you need to accomplish those goals. And if you don't, then what is your future going to hold for you? So what should you do? You should stay in Avenue Scholars, be successful in senior academy, and go to college and obtain that degree that you so wanted and be that person that you want to be for the future.
Many students go through high school thinking if they get good grades, they'll be just fine in college and the rest of their life. Grades aren't the only thing in the world. Your whole life, you're told that grades come before anything else, and that isn't necessarily true. You'll never get anywhere in life if you're not good at what you want to do. It doesn't matter if you get all ones. If you don't apply yourself to anything else, you won't get anywhere. You have to learn things on your own time, get some experience. You will never become an astronaut if you only have all ones, but you will if you have all ones and you're good at being an astronaut. In 15 years, that 53% you got on your algebra test isn't going to matter. Your skills in your profession are. Don't just study for school, study for what you want to do when you're done with school.
Don't be afraid of failure. This is the way to succeed. That's one of my favorite quotes, used from one of my favorite athlete, LeBron James. I use this quote to represent what I've done throughout the past 2 years. In the year 2012, freshman year, to believe it or not, when I first walked in those doors, I felt terrified, thinking so many thoughts in my mind. That how am I going to pass this high school? How am I going to succeed throughout these past 4 years? Or am I going to fail and flunk high school? You know, so many bad, confusing thoughts running in my head that it made me so scared to even continue on forward to the next 3 years. But not until towards the middle of sophomore year, I met this great program called Avenue Scholars. To tell you the truth, I had no idea what was this program all about.
But later on, after that spectacular luncheon and great day at my Honey Park, then the light bulb clicked and I had a much better idea what was this program all about. I told myself, Avenue Scholars is trying to help me to succeed in life and get what I want in the future. Then I told myself again, let's do this, baby. Here we go. To the beginning of junior year, every single A day I was in this spectacular class with the best TA though, teaching us very valuable information about our lives and our own future success. Every single day that I was on that class, I was learning new and better lessons, doing fun activities as well, of course. But these lessons teach me how to not fail in life, but to be a leader, full of success for my own future and my fellow companions and Avenue Scholars. Just not too long ago, yesterday, my fellow Avenue Scholars and I went to the 4 different Metro campuses: Elkhorn, South, Applied Technician Center, also known as ATC, and North. These beautiful campuses teach us all about a lesson from seeing all the different types of programs they offer, to see also what are we heading to. This field trip helped tremendously from making me see what campus I want to go on for my education, which was the North Campus. I love that campus because I love culinary, and it made me see all the different types of culinary programs that they offer and what it takes to be a successful cook or chef. The final and most important reason is my fellow companion juniors really take advantage in this program because you don't know what you're heading towards. This program is so amazing and I love it so much. And as well as my TA, he's so helpful and he's just a very awesome person. Avenue Scholars wants you to take challenges because those challenges will help you later on in your life.